Good morning. This is Thursday the 16th of March, and it was 28 degrees here this morning. There's frost all up on the roof, on the yard. It was cold during the night. Let me see what frost is left on the roof. When I got back from walking, the whole roof was white with the frost, except above the picture window where the sun was hitting. But the sun's warming it up more now and it's starting to melt. Not too much left, but it was a heavy frost up there about an hour ago.
Look, George, another cat.
There he's teasing George with a mirror. It's okay, George. You're not been replaced.
Come on, Vinny.
I baked 3 more loaves of banana nut bread. We didn't get to go visit our friend last week. She was sick, so we had to wait. And that noise you hear in the background is the fan on the wood stove. Well, the freezing weather is supposed to be over, so we took the covers off the fruit tree, off the peach tree here. And I think they're going to be all right. They look like they might be pretty good yet, not sure, but because they just look, they don't look black at all. They might look a little old, but most of them don't look black. Well, here's the cover over the orange tree. Time to take it off and see how it did. See if we still have blossoms on there. I was wondering why I was having trouble picking this cover up. Came off the tree and I was trying to pick it up and it wouldn't come.
I gotta cut that down.
There, that's why. That's why it won't come up.
George. You bozo. I'll get him. Worse than a kid.
I think I can just roll him off.
Go ahead.
This is still Thursday, the 16th of March, and it was 28 degrees this morning. And now we're here in the greenhouse and it's 78. These little plants aren't going to know what's going on. Larry had this little electric heater on last night and the night before, and it kept it at 42 degrees in here at night. That saved the plants. Well, our fig tree looks better than we expected. There's a couple curled up ones. But overall, looks pretty good. It wasn't covered. Now up in the top, right there are some bad ones, some dead ones. But they didn't have any little figs on them yet. And over there in the top is a few more. But most of them are good. Here's a better look at the frozen ones. This little fig tree had one nice leaf on it. But not nice any longer, but it'll grow more. This is our morning glories. We had to move the urn around here to the front because we read and saw that morning glories are toxic to cats. So we got it away where George wouldn't bother it. But I got to take the bucket off and see if they're alive. Well, yeah, they looked a little cooked. Looks like one in the middle might be okay. We'll see. Give them a little more time. But I think they've had it. I took the cover off the pansies and they're fine. Maybe smashed just a little bit. But good. Uncovered the daisies and they're just as good as ever. I need to cut some of that dead stems out of them, but they're fine. And I got it better on this end than the other, but it's windy today. We think the wind's going to get the rest of that small stuff. Here's where I pushed the pine straw all off, and the chickens are sorting through it, looking through it. Barbara came over and played cards, and Larry won, but it was close. Barbara almost beat him. The weather forecast said there's another cold snap coming, another 2 or 3 nights of cold. One night of 31, but it usually goes lower. So I wanted to show you these Gerber daisies before I cover them up again. We just uncovered everything. Now we're back out covering it again. The lilies and everything. There's another one. Well, this might look familiar. Everything that we uncovered just the other day, we had to cover back up again. So this will be another 3 nights that they'll be on there. And here's the pots in the raised bed. Cover them again. It's the 19th of March, Sunday morning, and we're on our way to Sunday school and church. It's a beautiful morning. Well, we're here. Now Larry's putting the last screws in our contraption here.
It ain't going anywhere.
We had to there's the height. We needed something when we pulled. We're going to put another 5-foot section when we drill down into the well, and we need something to lean it against when we pull it up out, so we don't have to lay it down and pick it up. So that's what that's for, is to lean the pipe against when we pull it out. And then when we're all done, we'll take it down. Won't leave it there. We took it out of the hole and took the handle off. And now we put on another 5-foot section here. So we got 3 5-foot sections there. So that's 15, about 16 foot with the auger on the end. And then we have our inspector. I guess it meets with approval. This is Tuesday the 21st of March. And it's Betty's 92nd birthday. Her daughter's coming down to be with her today, so I won't see her for a day or two. But we uncovered, it was 28 degrees last night, we uncovered the orange tree. And I could smell the orange blossoms when I took them off. And everything still looks good. All the blossoms are white, nice. All there. Here's the peach tree. We think we saved it too. There's still a lot of blossoms on there that look good. We didn't see any black centers in them. So maybe we'll get a peach this year or so. Never know. This little peach tree, the new one, it's just now starting to open up. So it's a little later. This is a red skin peach. We pulled up the turnips that Larry planted for the chickens, and I saved 2 little ones here for me to eat. But the chickens got enough. This is Wednesday, the 22nd of March, and Larry's tilling up. Well, we took down that ramshackle barrier between the 2 gardens that keep the chicken out. Larry must have hit a root. And he's tilling up where the turnips were, and just making more space to plant more things. This is the tray of cucumbers that Larry planted on the 23rd of February. And they're ready to go out. They're really past time to go out, so we're going to plant some of them, give the rest away. And tomatoes are really growing. Got some tall lettuce. We need to move the hibiscus up out of the walkway. And we got a clear way to walk now. We planted a tray of bell peppers this morning. California Wonder. That's in seed starter. We set them down in a container here that has some water in it. And that'll keep them nice and damp. Now here's a long view of the greenhouse. All of our tomatoes up to the ceiling down there. And the potatoes. Over here's more potatoes. And some huge lettuce. We ate some of it yesterday. And tomatoes, you can see, are getting bigger. And we got some more here in pots ready to go outside now that the cold weather is supposed to be over. Not too many carrots left. I pulled some yesterday and we had carrot raisin salad for lunch. Larry planted 3 cucumbers here by the fence yesterday. And on up at the other end we planted 5 more this morning. We think they're all straight A, but we're not sure, so we planted these a little further away. Here they are. 5 more. The onions are still growing, and the peas are doing fine. Larry's throwing the turnip greens to the chickens. There comes the other 2.
These 2 want you to feed them. I ain't doing it no more.
Vern and Shirley like to be hand-fed. Happy chickens. George is out there, up above his head there. I don't know if you can see. There's a bee in the carpenter bee trap, and he's watching it. This is Friday, and Larry and I were here helping Betty celebrate her birthday, so we had some pizza. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It's a good birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's been so nice. I've had a good one.
She got a pretty card. Leslie brought her roses. Those are really pretty. I decorated for Easter. I didn't bother to decorate for Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day, but I couldn't skip Easter. So I got the crosses on my little tree. And the Easter egg. A little cross stitch I did years ago. It says rejoice. And I got some lilies down there. And I put some flowers here on the table with little rabbits all around. This is the fireplace. Got all different kinds of crosses up here. Got a happy Easter sign. And you got more Easter eggs down here. Those are onyx ones. I got a couple little rabbits here by the TV. There's the other one. And I have a lighted Easter egg here on the dining table. And Larry picked me a little bouquet of roses yesterday. Those are miniature roses. We moved our geraniums here to the front porch. Got them out of the greenhouse. Larry's back tilling where we're going to plant the little 2 new orange trees.
There they are.
Well, planting our satsuma tree out here in the ground. We're trying to decide how high or how low it needs to go.
Need to go down a inch.
Okay. Get it out of that hot greenhouse. Yeah, we got it planted. You can see that it's blooming. This is a satsuma. So we'll hope it does well here. Well, we got both trees planted and bigger stake put on them and tied up, watered. So they're all done. There's a little bit of fertilizer down in there too. Here's the other one. It's staked. It's going to be windy. The storm coming in. Hey George, kitty kitty. Hey kitty. He got his head right there by the gas pedal. Our grandfather's beard is blooming. This one big branch here though died. We'll have to cut it off. But we still got quite a bit of tree. I'm going to move these sweet peas that we missed when we moved them. Got to put them out by the fence. I dug these sweet peas up out by the pool. I'm going to plant them out here on the fence where the others are. They're looking pretty healthy. Going on down this way with them. It's windy, but I got my sweet peas all planted. There's the ones that were here before. I planted last year, and here's, I didn't know I had so many. So I got about, if they live, I got twice as many plants as I did have. This is Saturday the 25th, and we're here at the church. We're changing the light bulbs in the chandelier. I was going to do it. I volunteered and showed up to do it, but they thought I was too old to go up on that ladder, so Daryl's here to do it.
In the pews. But they hunted turkeys the other day in the afternoon. It's pretty bad.
Sometimes they loosen up and you can just tighten them up and they'll be all right.
Here's a blown. It's black at the top.
You need one more? Or is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
It's all done, and they didn't need my help at all. So, it'll be nice and bright now for Easter. We came here to the cemetery and put new flower bouquets on the graves. Larry's mom, stepdad, and son. And we put the Easter flag on Loretta's and flowers. After we came home from the cemetery this afternoon, it rained. And now the sky is just so pretty. The light is pretty. I don't know if the camera can capture it, but the light is just really nice. And you can see a few clouds up there. And the light out here is just beautiful. And the rain clouds over that way. It was a little pink over there earlier. I just now put George in, and he ate, and now he's up on his shelf. He'll sit there and watch. He can see in through the window to see Larry. So he'll probably sit there a little while and then go to bed. This is the 26th of March, and we're on our way to Sunday school and church. We're hoping that Donald will be recovered enough that he can be there today. He's still recovering from his heart surgery. Church is over and we're on our way home. We had a good preacher this morning. Had a good message. Donald was there. We're here at the high school. Our great-granddaughter's going to be performing.
I know in my mind.
Our great-granddaughter's in this, but she's down at the other end.
Seated before you are 23 of our best, most talented dancers. Not only do they spin flag, they spin rifle, they spin swords, which are called sabers, which are taken, they don't cut their hands. And they also do a lot of body and dance. We're very, very impressed with it this year. They've moved it up a notch. They're in what we call the Scholastic 3A division. They perform next Saturday at Rock Hill, and we're second in their round. And they've had a great season so far. We had 3 performances leading into championships. We're looking forward to this. Today you're going to see a program called Here and There. It has music for Enya, Watermark, and also music from the movie From the Piano. Is the unit ready?
1, 2, 3, you
This is Monday, and we're on our way to Charleston. Larry's got tests this morning on his leg and neck. He's got one at 11, one at 12, and one at 1, so we'll be there a while. We made it. We're here for Larry's tests at Roper Hospital. Got to go find where we have to go. We bought a whole pork loin yesterday, and Larry sliced it, and I put it in bags, and food saver bags. And we got enough pork loin here out of that one to feed us 3 months. Every Sunday dinner for 3 months. So it's really, this right here in the center is really nice pork loin. So we had some in here that wasn't as good. And so I'm cooking it in with the ends and pieces of this to make barbecue and pulled pork. This is the pork loin that we had frozen that was small pieces, and it didn't really make very good for a Sunday lunch. So I'm cooking it for pulled pork and barbecue. And this is the ends and pieces of the loin we bought yesterday that I'm cooking for pulled pork and barbecue. Same thing. It's March the 29th, my mom's birthday. I went to Charleston this morning to film the sunroom now it was all finished and show you how pretty it is. And I thought I had the camera on to show it everything, and I didn't. The only thing I got is this awning painted in the end. So I'm upset. The sunroom was all painted and looks very pretty. And they painted the inside like they were supposed to. That's good. Looks a lot better. I think we got a plague. That's caterpillars. Larry says they're coming off of the live oak tree. But they're all over the side of the house. Can't believe how many there are. I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't looking at them. Up there in the window. Caterpillars everywhere. Creepy crawly mess. We tried 2 different bug sprays on them, and they were still crawling. We're back from church, and it looks like the sky is on fire.
Went to Wednesday night prayer meeting, and we're praying for the right pastor to come to our church.
Really, really bright. Shadow down in the pool. This is Thursday morning, the 30th of March. Larry's here burning his stump in the garden,
Trying to kill it.
trying to kill it.
Green stump that's
See?
trying to kill it, keep from growing roots.
Yeah.
And clean up all this mess around us.
He tilled here yesterday.
Planted those tomatoes yesterday.
He tilled right here yesterday, and he planted these 4 tomatoes yesterday. You see the peas are blooming and growing. Out there's more peas. And the blossoms on the orange tree have all opened up, and the bees have been busy. Well, this is Friday evening. I came out here to the garden, see if you can see that the beans are all up. All the way up through there, all the beans. Looking good. And the corn. You know, the corn over there is looking good too. Coming up.
George, let go. You got a tight grip. Let go. Let go.
George likes Larry's cane.
Shoop. 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 Let go. George, let go.
When I was at Betty's today, I transplanted 9 of the sourweed in her backyard in a row 4. Well, I guess I'd let you know about what we heard from the doctor's office. He had the tests on Monday, and we haven't heard anything from the doctor. So I went online this morning and looked at the results online. But that didn't tell us anything that we really understood too much, other than it doesn't look like there's any blood clot in his leg, but there is some kind of disease. And he's got some clogged arteries in his neck a little bit, but not too bad, I don't think. Just normal for his age. So we don't know any more than that till we hear from the doctor. But they said his left leg was worse than his right. We already knew that.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll hear something from the doctor next week.
Maybe.
Tell us what all that meant.
It is what it is.
And in the meantime, it just keeps going on. But just a relief to know there's not any blood clot.
Yep.
Now he's putting the chickens in for the night. All 7 of them happily in there eating a little cracked corn. They'll all be going up on the roost before long. I guess it's time to say good night. God bless.